where the energy's coming from. It's Wednesday. It's 7:30ish, and you're joining us. The two people left. No, I'm joking.
You're joining the storm of the doom.
No, storm of doom.
Yes.
This needs to be a spin-off. No,
yeah.
So, hello, lovely beers. Hello, listeners.
Hey. Hey, how's everyone doing? How are you?
I'm good. I'm okay. Me and Chocolate Cat are good. We have a busy day, but we're good. What about you?
Yeah, busy as well. Busy. I didn't even have time to pick up my comics as well, so I'm a bit screwing about that. That's why it's a bit bare here. We've only got Tetsuo here, so
it's all right, Tetsu. Hi, babe. How you doing?
I'm sure Sakura will pop in at some point.
Yay! Red Hood is out on a mission.
Yeah,
tonight, so
Red Hood's out today.
Joining us next week. Yeah.
But yeah, everything's going great with us, I think.
I know. Hi, viewers. Hope you're listening. Anybody else who's coming to listen, hi. Thank you for joining us here at the Saucer Wall. Oh, no. I can't. We have to wait for that news for next week because Red Hood needs to be here for that week. So we're going to tell you some news.
Definitely.
Not yet.
Definitely. If you look closer, you'll be able to see it. But you got to read stuff
you got to read stuff.
You got to read stuff. And it might be right at the bottom, but it's there.
It's there. Okay, let's do this.
Get on with the show, huh? So we got the reviews now, and I think it's ladies first, I believe.
Why, thank you, kind sir. I don't know what I'm singing. I'm reviewing this week Void Trip by Ryan O'Sullivan and Plaid Claws. It's obviously from Image Comics. My favorite place. I'm not gonna lie, I saw this at Comic-Con last year, and I was like, definitely have to go get this, and I didn't get a chance to pick it up, and then I finally, like, when we went out comic book shopping, went and got that. I'll be putting videos of that out soon. People just watch this space. So yeah, I was really like looking forward to getting it. And literally it's about these two people, this woman and this guy, and they spent majority of their life, they're the only two humans in existence in the universe, but they're always high on psychedelic fruit called frot. And so they're going through the cosmos. Their mission is to like get to Nirvana, this magical place where humans live, and everything is great.
Not the band Nirvana, no?
No, not the band Nirvana, who were great, by the way. Do love Nirvana. But I love the guy who was in Nirvana and now who's in Foo Fighters. Great. So yes. But yes. So, they're on this journey, but obviously someone's chasing them. And I don't want to spoil too much of it, but someone's chasing them. We don't actually know who they are, what they're about. This is the person. It's very good artwork, by the way. I do love the artwork.
Nice.
It's got that kind of funky, I don't know, like, it has like a perfect psychedelic edge to
the story as well.
But yeah, someone's chasing them, and it's basically just a nice trippy roller coaster of how they feel as, like, obviously the last two humans in existence, and then knowing that when they get to a specific place, it's not what they thought, and then you react if you're then tripped out. And then kind of feel let down. But no, it's at first it was hard to like get into because her character, she's just untamed. She does what she does without a thought, tripped out on frot, and however her spirit takes her, that's where she goes. I should actually really love the character, but like at one point I was like, honey, slow down, water, do something. But no, as you get into it, like it's
you're breaking up a little bit.
Kind of like
you are breaking up a little bit.
Like when you Kumbaya, my lord. Okay, no, you.
Was that a test?
Yeah, that was that. But no, you know when.
Sorry.
You know when you read something.
Yeah, sorry, you was breaking up a bit, so I couldn't really hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it seems all right now, but your screen is gone.
Okay. Well, as long as my voice is still here, I'm still hear people. But like, yeah, you know when you read something and it feels like a metaphor? This is basically that in a comic. So it's a really nice read and kind of a really nice first issue. And I hope that there's more. Yeah. If there's not, then this is a great just one-off issue that you can read and be like, cool. Makes me think about life. Da 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 da. But yeah. If you like psychedelic, tripped out fruit, uncivilized, crazy people and people chasing you, get Void Trip. And yeah, the illustration is absolutely amazing. Where's my favorite one? Wait, I have to. It's just yay! Like
it's 1 of 5. It is 1 of 5. Yeah. So apparently, it's by Ryan O'Sullivan. Played Claws is the artist. So
Played.
Hey. Yeah, so it's 2017. You can actually get a trade paperback now as well.
Ooh, nice.
So that was out on the 3rd of May. Oh, 30th of May.
Yeah, but if you get a chance to pick it up, it's a really good, just unconventional story and unconventional read. But it's really enjoyable. So thumbs up.
Nice. Oh, that is a trade paperback, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Plaid, you the man. The illustrations, you the man. Go check out Plaid. He's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That's my review. Yay.
Nice.
What's your one?
So my one is Uncanny X-Men issue 11. So if you was watching or listening to us last week, you would have had the rundown or what's been going on with the X-Men and what's been happening with Cyclops, how he's come back. This issue was pretty good actually. So if you don't know, all the X-Men pretty much died from, or they appeared to have died from the last issues, from issue 10, where X-Men kind of just made everything disappear. Everything went white and everyone apparently is dead now. So what's happening in the city or in the world of the X-Men is that they're kind of bringing back so basically there's a cure as well, a way to stop people from getting a mutant gene and becoming mutants.
Oh wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of people trying to reel that in. Cyclops returns. He kind of turns up to a cafe and is writing down something. He's meeting up he's just talking to the waitress, and then suddenly there's like a commotion outside. He goes outside and a girl is being picked on basically because she's a mutant. He sorts it out. He figures it's Blindfold. Now Blindfold is a old school mutant from, I think she's from the 90s. Basically she's blind, but she's got that, I'm trying to think which film had it, but she's got this her mutant ability is that she can tell the future and the past, but she can't really tell when is what or what's what.
Yeah. That was the one in the Wolverine film where she says she sees like the future and the past through like almost like a keyhole and she's not quite sure. Is that who you're talking about?
I kind of blank my memory on all those films. Like, yeah. You know how I feel about those films.
I know. And it's
you
Wednesday.
Could be right. Yeah. You could be right.
About Wednesday. It's okay. Don't worry.
But she comes and she's kind of giving him a cryptic message like, don't do what you're about to do, that kind of stuff. And then basically she disappears. He comes back and he's just loafing around. He's throwing bottles in the air and firing it with his optic blast and smashing glasses and stuff like that. As you do. when you had a few drinks. And then suddenly Multiple Man is there and he meets up with him. So they have a back and forth. Cyclops is just basically trying to find the X-Men because he doesn't believe that they're dead. So he's just trying to find them, and he's peed off because he goes down to the Morlocks as well. He finds Callisto. She comes round. She's saying, "Oh, like where were you guys when we needed your help? You know, I'm not here to help you now." So, and then Chamber, another old school mutant from the 90s. His mutant power is just he breathes fire. The whole of his chest and his mouth, like his jaw, it has disappeared. So he's just got like a scarf, something covering his face, and he talks to you via telepathy. So he just basically tells Scott to piss off as well. Then, yeah. So as I was saying earlier, there's like a rally, like think of it like a Trump rally, and they're talking about how bad mutants are and how they should inject this cure into everyone who's having a newborn baby, so that their kids won't become mutants. And then basically, Cyclops gets there, and he kind of barges in and goes to the camera and says basically, if you're X-Man, come and meet me where it all began. He's cussing the guys, he's cussing the people there, and then he says, if you're X-Man, come to where it all began. I'll be there in a couple of days at this time. Rare. Then he gets there, and obviously no one's arrived because none of the X-Men have arrived because they're pretty much gone. But the Purifiers arrive. The mutant hate group arrives. I'm trying to remember that team. It's like the Outback team. If Karen was here, he could remember as well.
Karen, where are you?
Yeah, but it's those guys from. They kind of have that Australian accent, and they're all kind of half machines and half human. Damn, I can't remember.
Come on, people in the
Reavers. I think it's the Reavers. Yeah. Okay. Donald Pierce and the Reavers.
Okay.
They appear, and then some other groups appear as well. The Sapien League. So they're basically there to kick his ass, and it's actually pretty funny the way that they turn up because you hear a snap and Cyclops is like, "Hello, is someone out there?" And the guy's like, "You've come back to save us." Who's there? He's like, "My hero." They all just start laughing, and you just see them coming out of the clouds, and it's all guys with guns and metal arms and stuff. So yeah. So they basically they start to talk to him about him being there by himself, and then you just hear a voice say he ain't alone, and you just see Snit all across it, and you're like, yeah, Wolverine's back.
Yay!
And then it's just a crazy fight with Wolverine and Cyclops kicking everybody's ass. And then basically you just see the silhouette of the two standing over a mountain of bodies. And it turns to Cyclops and he's like, Logan. And Logan's like, Slim. And then you got a scene with those two just standing opposite each other, just staring at each other, and he's like, now that we're all caught up, let's go, we got work to do. And it's just it's just fantastic piece of writing, just that little bit, and what you got there is amazing.
Nice.
But that's not it. So it appears it says to be continued, but this issue is actually a 60-page issue.
Oh wow, okay.
So on the next lots of pages, you got Wolverine's story and how he's not how he's really come back, but how he knew that Cyclops would be where he is and what happened and what the things that he was going through. And then the next story is Blindfold Story.
Oh, okay.
So definitely read that. Definitely, if you can. I know it sounds like I've spoiled it. Pretty much spoiled the good parts, but if you do read it, you're going to enjoy it anyway, because it's a good. It's a good three-parter, and I wouldn't mind if they were to do X-Men series, something like this, where you got one main story, but then you got other characters that you can go back and see how they got to where they are. I think it's a good layout. You got different artists doing the different stories as well, and it's like I said, it's like a 64-page issue. So you got a lot of treat for. You got a lot basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you've got Matthew Rosenberg as writer, Salvador LaRocca as the artist, and Rochelle Rosenberg as the cover artist.
Nice.
Then for the Wolverine Return story, you got John McCrae as the artist, and Mike Spicer as the color artist. And then the last Blindfold story is done by Juanan Ramirez. I might have pronounced that wrong. That's the artist, and Rochelle Rosenberg, she did the color. So yeah, I mean, pick it up. It's good. For me, I feel like the X-Men are coming back. Like, just reading this, it feels like the old school X-Men are coming back, and yeah, I'm excited for that. Really.
Oh, nice. Sauce Wall approved. Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. What we got next?
So next is our pool list.
Woo! Pool
list.
I cannot remember what I said for my pool list, so I'm going to have a look at the script, y'all. Okay?
Yeah. So as you know, the Outlaw Red Hood isn't with us today, unfortunately. He's here in spirit. He's actually here in the chat.
He is.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey. If you guys don't know, we go live if you're listening to us on the podcast, we go live every Wednesday at around 7:30ish, live on YouTube, and then after that you can listen to us on your podcast. But while we're live, you can come in and chat to us and ask us questions and do all that kind of shizzle.
All of that. Ask us, tell us what you're reading. Come on now. Okay, what's on our pool list today?
So, what Outlaw Red gave us for his pool list, his recommendations, he's given us Batman Who Laughs, issue 3, and obviously his namesake, Red Hood and the Outlaw, Red Hood Outlaw, issue 31.
Nice.
So, Batman Who Laughs is the 3rd issue of the 6-part by Scott Snyder and a guy just named Jock. I wish I just had just one name.
Jock.
Nice. Obviously, it's DC Comics. If you don't know, then you know. So all the pieces are starting to fit together. Has the Batman Who Laughs acquires another key element in his plan one that is linked to the founding fathers of Gotham City and to the legacy started by the Wayne family and predicted by none other than Oswald Cobblepot. While the Penguin goes head-to-head with the darkest version of his mortal enemy, Batman is forced to compromise his principles and purge the serum that protects his heart from the deadly Joker toxin. It's a no-win situation as writer Scott Snyder and artist Jock return to the psychopath they created in Black Mirror, James Gordon Jr. Oh, I haven't been reading this, so I'm sure you guys who have been reading, who did read, what was it? Damn, I forgot it.
Wipeout Wednesday.
Yeah, Wipeout Wednesday. What's Metal? DC Metal.
There we go.
Yeah, you'll be excited, but I don't know who James Gordon Jr. is in that universe, so
I don't know.
No. So the next one is Red Hood Outlaw issue 31. Red Hood and Arsenal begin this investigation. Dark Knight Metals. Thank you.
There you go. Auto-correct in the chat room.
Yeah. Thanks, chat. Red Hood and Arsenal begin this investigation of the underlife together in Beijing, and this is where it ends. In an abandoned prison in Mexico, with Roy Harper having passed, Jason Todd finds himself teamed with an ally he couldn't have imagined, Wingman. But wait, wasn't Jason the face beneath Wingman's mask in Batman Incorporated? When it is all over, Red Hood arrives at a conclusion that will shake the streets of Gotham City forever. So,
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So Red Hood in the chat is saying Black Mirror was sick. So,
okay.
Hopefully, when he's back, he can give us the lowdown on what that was all about.
Yeah, man like K. Come on now.
So for me, I've recommended Magic Order. This is issue 6 of 6 by Image Comics, and also Marvel's Anointed. Nice. So, as I said, Magic Order, the miniseries finale. This explosive miniseries climax is a high-octane magic battle of good versus evil, as the remaining Magic Order wizards make the last stand against Madame Albany and the forces of darkness. Family bonds are tested, blood is spilled, and black magic threatens life as we know it. So, as I was saying, this has been bloody really good.
Really good? Okay.
Really, sorry, I wanted to swear, but I couldn't.
No. Okay, just so everybody knows, when Rich wants to swear or says the word bloody or flipping, that means it's good, okay? That means it's very good. There we go. Here you go.
Yeah. Definitely, if you haven't been picking it up, pick up the trade paperback when it does come out, though. But it has been really good. But it's by Mark Millar and Olivier Coipel. I think this one is obviously he teamed up with Netflix as well, so fingers crossed they will do either a mini series or anthology about the Magic Order.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, it would be really sick. The next one is Marvel's Anointed. The reason why I picked this one because it's kind of an old school. It's a bit of an old school picking. So celebrating the 25th anniversary of the series that changed the way we look at superheroes, the landmark Marvels is back. In the year 1939, young photojournalist Phil Sheldon attends the sensational unveiling of the fiery android Human Torch. Little knowing he is witnessing the dawn of age of Marvels. Prepare to relive Marvel's golden age from a whole new point of view, as Phil covers the superhuman sightings of the 1930s and 40s, from the terror caused by the Human Torch's epic clash with the Submariner to the patriotism stirred by the debut of Captain America and more. Packed with extra and completed remasters, you don't want to miss this unique look back at Marvel's phenomenon. So he's collecting Marvel's issues 0 to 1.
Interesting. We like it.
Next one is your one, actually.
It's my one. Okay, so when I was like looking at this one, it just sounded so over the top. I had to put it in.
Yeah. So, it sounds good though.
I was reading it before and I was like, actually, this kind of sounds alright.
Yeah.
So my one is God of Bad Men, part 1 of 4. Okay, and it's by Colleen Douglas, Chris Zero, publisher Amigo Comics. Never heard of Amigo Comics, so something that I might have to get into. Okay, So Raymond Landy, an alcoholic with a crumbling screenwriting career and an inoperable brain tumor, meets inmate Marco Nomak, a space fugitive at a maximum security asylum. Marco insists Ray's tumor contains the origin of God. That's when things take a turn for the worst. Ray learns his tumor is a malfunctioning data bullet placed there by Marco, and he only has 7 days to live. Dun, dun, dun. I just thought, like, when I was reading, I was like, this is so, like, Sunday morning doing your washing, like one of them old school. Like if Dallas was a comic book, that's what it was.
Nice.
So yeah.
So those are our pull list for this week. If you haven't got your comic books yet, go out and get those.
Get them
now.
Get them now. And you can always have a look on our page to see what we're reading and stuff like that, because we'll be putting more of what we're reading currently and more of what we're going to review as well.
Definitely.
So, yay!
Definitely.
Okay, what's next?
So next is a little bit of comic news. It's not actually that much.
Okay.
I had to kind of mix it a little bit. But Donny Cates, if you don't know, is a writer who's doing really well at Marvel at the moment.
Ooh.
Myself and Karen is actually really enjoying his books at Marvel.
Nice.
He has been doing Thanos. He did a little bit of Thanos. The Thanos Wins. And that book actually introduced the Cosmic Ghost Rider. He did a bit of a story about him as well. His origin story. He's also written for Image Comics. He's done Redneck, God Country. He's really good. He's a really good recommended writer.
Nice.
He basically, someone on Twitter asked him, well, not directly asked him, but they said, can at Marvel reboot the Ultimate Universe already, or just make a new one led by Donny Cates? I miss it. I need my fix. And he replied, I'm so down. So
okay, let's do this. Come on now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. It's a difficult one because the whole, basically what happened with the Ultimate Universe is that it kind of got destroyed after Secret Wars. So I'm kind of in a mind to say, you know what, just let it stay dead. Yeah. You know, there was a thing where Miles Morales was in that universe. He originated from that universe, and now he was brought into this universe, into 616 universe, and I just think that you can just let it die. It will be good. I think maybe if it's like a mini series, like a one shot, possibly.
Yeah, but what if it was like something completely new? Like they wasn't gonna do anything from there. It's just gonna be like, okay, this is gonna be a brand new universe. This is gonna be a brand new, like, whole cast of effed up like characters. And maybe have some, you know, tie-ins from the old universe if it survived. You know what I mean? Depending on who survived. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, hey, Kitty.
Hello. You all right?
Yeah. Would you prefer that, or are you just like, nah, just let it die?
Nah, because they've already, just let it die. I think, or just do like a short series.
Okay.
Like 12 issues or something. But yeah, I just don't want to. It was good at the time, but now it's. I think the time for it is past.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but my man Donny, he is good though. So I wouldn't, like I'm saying, I wouldn't mind just like a mini series, but just not that bringing it all back and dying up again. It's just
Would you like it live action or animation?
Well, we pretty much have got the live action. The whole Marvel MCU is pretty much it pretty much is based on that. It's loosely based on it. You got the obvious one is Nick Fury. Even the way that they got together with the Chitauri invading. That was from the Ultimate Universe. What else is there? There's a few other things as well, which I can't think of right now. But
midweek people, allow us.
But they do tend to take some bits and pieces from both the 616 and the 1610 universe. 1610 being the Ultimate Universe, and they do kind of mix it up. So So yeah, they already do that. And actually, they did a couple of movies as well based on the Ultimates, the Ultimate Avengers, which were pretty good cartoon movies. So check those out if you can.
There we go. Well, okay, we'll just leave it. Maybe Donny, just do something else. Do something else, babe.
Yeah.
Come up with something else.
Yeah.
So yes.
If you do want to catch what Donny Cates is doing, he's actually doing Venom at the moment as well, which has been it's been sick. It's been one of the best books on Marvel, I think, at the moment. He's doing Guardian.
The film. Sorry.
What?
He should have done the film, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Go ahead.
He's doing Guardians of the Galaxy as well at the moment, which has been, for me, it's been really, really good. It's a new team of Guardians, and they're badass. He did Death of the Inhumans, Cosmic Ghost Rider. He's done an issue of Marvel Knights as well. And Web of Venom, Carnage Born. So, there's quite a few things for him that you can check out. Yeah. So
nice. Very nice. What have we got next?
Next one.
Repertoire.
This one is especially for the Outlaw Red.
Who isn't here?
But McFarlane Toys, they landed a deal with DC, so they're going to be doing some DC action figures, which is pretty interesting because McFarlane, if you don't know, they have great articulation and they have great molds for the toys as well. I mean, they're one of the best, in my opinion anyway, they're one of the best looking toys you can get out there. If you don't know, McFarlane was an artist who used to draw for and write for Marvel. If you just put in McFarlane and Spider-Man, and you'll see some badass images of Spider-Man on there. He left Marvel with a bunch of other guys, and they created Image Comics basically. And
yeah, if you actually want to know the story of Image Comics, go on YouTube. They've got a really good story. You showed me that one, so it was really nice to see it. It was really good how they formed, how they kind of separated, and how now they're flourishing. So
but yeah, check out some McFarlane toys. They did quite a few Spawn toys back in the days as well, which were bloody awesome. So yeah, I mean, them doing DC now. I think it's for 3 years. I think a 3-year contract apparently. And they'll be doing 6-inch figures and 12-inch figures. And if you've been following myself or Red Hood, you would know that we're into the 6-inch figures quite a bit. So I'm sure I'm going to try and keep away from that because I've got enough interest in the Marvel. I don't need to.
They'll be doing the DC, is it?
I don't need to be doing the DC as well.
Man's like, I haven't got enough shelving units for this. Let's just calm it down. There we go. Okay.
Exactly.
Yay! Nice. Nice.
Bit of good news on that side.
Yeah. And don't forget that Jamie Foxx will be playing Spawn at some point.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. It's like, forgot about that piece of news. But yeah, carry on, wasn't it?
Yeah. We do have some sad news. A couple of sad news, actually. So, unfortunately, Joseph Sirola, I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong.
That's right.
But if you don't know, he is an old school voice actor. He's done acting as well. He appeared in episodes of the Green Hornet, the old school Green Hornet, Wonder Woman, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., The Magician. who was it? He was with Bill Bixby in that. Get Smart. And for me, I would always remember him as being the voice of Doctor Doom in the old school Fantastic Four cartoons. Yeah, he passed away at the age of 89.
Bless.
That was this past Sunday due to complications from respiratory failure. So we we pray for you and
we salute you.
We salute you.
Thank you for all your hard work.
Definitely. I really, for me, whenever I read Doctor Doom, that's the voice I have in my head. It's just, I think it's because of that cartoon. When I was younger, I used to watch, and I listened to a lot of MF Doom as well, a British hip hop artist, if you don't know, but he does a lot of samples, and he puts a lot of the old school Doctor Doom's voices in his samples and some of his skits. So, and for me, I'm always, whenever I read it, it's always that voice. Whenever he's got his mask on, it's that metallic Doctor Doom voice that I'm reading in my head. So, yeah.
R.I.P. Doctor Doom voice. We love you, man.
We love you. And also, Mr. Oreo, the raccoon, passed away.
Oh, I heard, I was like,
Mr. Oreo, if you don't know, is the raccoon who was the physical inspiration to Rocket in the movies. He died, I think he was 10 years old.
I don't know whether that's long for a raccoon, but
I'm not sure either.
Oh, bless.
Actually, it was the age of 9 following a brief illness.
Okay.
Yeah, he was adopted into show business from an early age, chosen from his litter to be an actor because he was the quickest to learn and take the bottle when his mother failed to produce milk. Yeah, from there he was the inspiration to Rocket Raccoon. James Gunn walked him on the red carpet when the movie came out as well. So
that's adorable.
Yeah.
Aww. Okay, now they have to do Guardians of the Galaxy too, because I feel like in
Free.
honor of Oreo. Okay, free. Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. In honor.
Yeah.
Of, Oreo.
Definitely.
Rocket, yeah, you know what I mean. So, and Rocket survived. The click.
Do you think, actually, saying that, do you think they'll probably do that in Infinity War?
Ooh.
Because they wouldn't. I don't think they'll do the Stan Lee because that would be Captain Marvel, I reckon.
Yeah.
So I think they'll do Oreo. That would be so. That would be so nice if they did.
They would. Yeah, if Rocket and Oreo were like, I don't know, having a conversation or something, you'd be like, "Are you looking at?" Man's just like,
yeah.
Here. Like he gives him something. Is like, okay, stroke my head. That'd be just so That'd be so cute. Just Oreo just stroking Rocket's head. I'd be like, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Take my money.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice. Bless.
But that's a bit of sad news. But we pray for you too.
Yeah. Better place, Oreo. And his name just makes me want Oreos now. That's not fair.
Well, Red Hood said that he had Oreos today as well. So.
Oh, Matt, you better bring a sandwich next time. That's what you said. Bring a sandwich and bring Oreos. There we
bring
go.
Oreos too. Okay.
What's next? Okay.
So a few news about Hulu. Actually, the first I don't know that much about because I never read this book. But the others, obviously, we pretty much all know about. But Hulu is developing Terry Moore's Motor Girl as a TV show.
Okay.
So as I said, I don't really know much about Motor Girl, but it was out between 2016 and 2017. It's a creator-owned series. Terry Moore he tweeted, "Thanks today. I am writing on the pilot script for the Motor Girl series on Hulu." And basically his description of it is, which made me want to put it in the script because this sounds pretty dope as well.
Okay.
So the synopsis is, when a UFO crashes into Samantha's junkyard, she's happy to make repairs and send the little visitors on their way. But E.T. is smitten with the Marine veteran. Sorry. Veteran. I'm thinking about vets. But E.T. is smitten with the Marine veteran, and now an industrial giant wants to buy the land and install their anti-UFO weapons. With the help of her buddy Mike, a 600-pound gorilla, Sam is always prepared to defend those who can't defend themselves. But who will save Sam from the PTSD and shrapnel that threatened her life? To survive, Sam must ultimately face the greatest battle of her life, reality. Yeah, for me,
that sounds fun.
Yeah,
that sounds like Donkey Kong mixed with Alien Homid mixed with like G.I. Jane. Like, okay, I'm all for that. Like, I'm all for, but we can't get Hulu.
I know. Country. That's what I'm worried about. I'm pretty worried about.
We can't get Hulu. Like,
I know.
Come on, Netflix. Okay, I feel like Netflix needs to be the gateway for all of the things that we can't get in other countries.
The thing is, I don't know whether they will, because you know, with Marvel taking away their stuff, because Hulu is pretty much they're owned by Disney. They've got a stake in Hulu. Disney has a stake in Hulu, so pretty much own them. So with Disney taking the Netflix Daredevil, Iron Fist shows away from Netflix, I don't know how that will, how they will do a deal for us to get it in the UK. Maybe it'll be, I don't know. I really don't know.
Because then it's just like, well, okay, if you drop Disney, I'm just gonna call it Disney Dark until they make it. Come on, Google algorithm.
Well, let me interrupt you there. Let me just interrupt you before you say that, because instead of calling it Disney Dark, you might as well call it Hulu, because Hulu, that's part of the next bit, is Hulu is open to reviving the cancelled Marvel Netflix series. So it seems to us that. And another bit of news, might as well do it all at the same time.
do it at the same time.
So Hulu's open to reviving the Marvel Netflix series, and Hulu will be releasing a few animated Marvel shows, which will have a crossover in the end. So we will have a MODOK series, and they're all adult-orientated animation as well. So we'll get a MODOK series, Howard the Duck series, a Tigra and Dazzler series, and then the crossover. Oh, and a Hitmonkey series as well. Hitmonkey sick.
Oh my days!
And then they're gonna accumulate to a crossover series called The Offenders. The good news with those is, as well, you've got Patton Oswalt, who will be executive producer on the MODOK series, which sounds like good news, man. Kevin Smith will be producing the Howard the Duck series, which I'm very much looking forward to that.
Good.
You got Chelsea Handler. She's supposed to be attached to the Tigra and Dazzler series.
Okay. We'll keep the eyes open, Chelsea, because you know what I mean.
Yeah,
we haven't seen your previous work because we don't get it in this country, so we, don't judge us.
So, so I mean, like you said, Disney Dark. It seems like, because these are all adult-orientated animated series as well. It seems like Hulu will be getting that side of the TV series. So
well, hopefully we get Hulu, because I can't. What are we supposed to do?
What are we gonna do?
Netflix. We got Amazon, and that's about it. Are you still getting the DC thing? You still get DC streaming service?
We're not getting that either.
So come on, Netflix has got to be a tunnel. Okay, I need someone to. Okay, this is a small tangent. I need someone to create like like a Super Mario tunnel. Yeah, I don't know I don't care what you call it. I just need a tunnel, obviously above board and legal. Yeah, but I need a tunnel that feeds to all of these places that we can't get to. Okay, so that we can actually watch all of these good shows, and then we can review them and tell you about them.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for. So
we need a legal one. A legal one.
We need a legal one.
Other ways, but
there is. But they take long. And
I mean, we need it. We need Hulu. We need this Disney streaming service. We need the DC universe.
There you go. Come on.
We're a big market here.
Exactly. We're paying customers here. Come on. Yeah. Huh. Right.
Get on it. Get on it. So I'm actually looking forward to these series if we ever get them.
Yeah, hopefully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll see.
So,
we'll see.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, what's next?
So actually, I'll read the description for the series.
Yes.
Get you guys excited for it.
So
in Marvel's MODOK, an egomaniacal, supervillain with a really big head and a really little body struggles to maintain control of his evil organization and his demanding family. Marvel's MODOK comes from writers John Bloom and Patton Oswalt, with Bloom, Oswald, and Jeff Loeb serving as executive producers. Then you got Hitmonkey. Hitmonkey tells the tale of a wronged Japanese snow monkey mentored by the ghost of an American assassin as he cuts a wide swath through the Tokyo underworld in his darkly cinematic and brutally funny revenge saga. Marvel's Hitmonkey comes from writer Josh Gordon and Will Speck, with Gordon, Speck, and Jeff Loeb serving as executive producers. Tigra and Dazzler Show, two woke superheroes and best friend. Tigra and Dazzler fight for recognition among the proud people who make up the 8 million stories in Los Angeles. Marvel's Tigra and Dazzler Show comes from writers Erica Rivinoja and Chelsea Handler.
We're just gonna call her Erica right now.
Erica Handler and Jeff Loeb serves as executive producers.
Nice.
And then trapped in a world he never made, America's favorite fighting fowl, Howard the Duck, hopes to return home with the help of his unstoppable gal pal Beverly before the evil Dr. Bong can take him, can turn him the creepiest dish can turn him into the creepiest dish on the menu. How the Duck comes from writers Kevin Smith and Dave Willis, and with Smith, Willis, and Jeff Loeb serving as executive producers. Finally, nobody asked them to, and we'd be bother. Finally, nobody asked them to, and we'd be better off if they didn't. But MODOK, Dazzler, Tigra, Hitmonkey, and Howard the Duck are all forced to team up in order to save the world and certain parts of the universe in Marvel's The Offenders. Jeff Loeb serves as executive producer, while writers and additional executive producers for the project will be announced at a later point.
You see what they did there, DC? They did one at a time. Yeah. And then they came together. Just FYI, it works. Just putting it out there. Okay.
Take your time with it. No. Take your time.
Take your time. Oh, cool. No, that sounds really good. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
Someone's beaming in. But that sounds really, really good. Yeah. If we don't get any of these, then Netflix need to do something, like they need to make Bucky O'Hare, or they need to make something for us for not getting this, because it's unfair. That sounds great. I want to watch all of that.
Yeah, for real. I'm definitely going to be tuning in.
Oh, yeah. Any way we can.
Legally.
Legally.
Okay.
Legally.
Yes. What else has just become legal is that Black Panther has. Well, we'll save that till next week.
Yeah. Black Panther.
Yeah, sorry. My brain's going a million miles an hour. Black Panther wins Marvel's first Grammy Awards.
Yay! Nice.
So,
very nice.
Out of 8 nominations, music from Black Panther won 2 awards, both of which marks the first Grammy Awards won by a Marvel-related property. Ludwig Göransson.
Oh yeah, I saw that name. You just call him Ludwig. It's fine.
His score won the Grammy for Best Score Soundtrack for Visual Media. He's already won numerous awards anyway himself, at the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice Awards. He was also nominated for Best Score at the Academy Awards as well. So Black Panther, the album, a compilation produced and curated for the film by the Pulitzer Prize winning rapper Kendrick Lamar, was nominated for 7 awards and it walked away with 1 trophy.
Nice.
King's Dead by J-Rock, Kendrick Lamar, Future and James Blake won award for Best Rap Performance. Nice. It tied in in the category and shared its victory with Anderson .Paak's Bubbling. However, King's Dead lost the Grammy for Best Rap Song to Drake's God's Plan.
Never mind.
Yeah.
But it's a good window. That's
definitely. Yeah.
Because didn't they win Best Picture as well?
That was I can't remember what the award was for that actually.
Yeah. Was it an Oscar? It wasn't an Oscar.
No. The Oscars in a couple of weeks.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. I should know this. But yeah, if you get a chance to because that's one thing we don't actually talk about is like the soundtracks to films.
Yeah.
Let us know what soundtracks you like because actually the Black Panther soundtrack and the album was really good.
It was really good
as well.
Yeah.
So both. If you get a chance to pick them both up because they're definitely source waterproof. So yes,
definitely.
Alrighty
then. So the last couple of things.
I like it's like last couple of things.
I thought it was the last one, but obviously not. So did you watch something about a blue man earlier this week?
I mean, what can I say? We're talking about the genie in lamp?
Yeah. Aladdin.
Are we talking about that?
Yes.
Aladdin. Right, okay. Let me just stretch out my legs because I need a minute. Right, okay. So obviously the animation is up there to where you can't see it. Robin Williams was phenomenal. What I don't like about this, when I saw Jasmine, okay, I'm like, okay, cool, I can deal with this Jasmine. Okay, cool, I can deal with this Aladdin. And Jafar was way too young, but we won't even get into that.
I thought there was something wrong with Jafar.
They could have got some long beanie old man that would have been fine. But he was way too young. But Aladdin, great he was blue, great he was a genie, but why does he have the face of Will Smith? Like, why? His face doesn't need to be Will Smith. It doesn't. They could have.
It is a live action. It is a live action, and I think they did kind of try to. I mean,
the animation looks weird.
Yeah, and he looks a bit jumpy as well. Like when he's walking, he's doing his hand gestures. I don't know whether it's because he's not actually walking. Maybe he's floating, or maybe that is the effect that they're trying to give off. But I don't know. I think it would look better when we see more of it, not that little bit. I think that little bit there just kind of didn't look that fantastic for me.
Yeah, I'm just, I was like, so I got really excited when obviously he's rubbing the lamp and the genie comes out. I was like, okay, cool, he's blue, great, yay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, everything else, and I'm just like, your face. Why is Will Smith's face like?
Do you think?
Just augment?
Go on.
Like, augment the face a little bit. So like, you can have elements that you could keep Will Smith's eyes or his mouth or something, but just change something else. Like, do something, make it different. Like, all I saw, man was just like, well, you never seen a genie before. I'm like, who talks like that? You're in like Agrabah. Like,
yeah, I think that's the other thing is like just the way he says it as well. Maybe it's because you just got that Will Smith kind of, you know, you're too used to him being that kind of character.
Exactly.
And it didn't really suit the genie type of character, and maybe the head bun as well kind of puts you off. You kind of put me off a little bit.
Just the time. The joke was just like, because it was so big. Like I'm used to seeing Jafar with that big ass one. Because remember at the end he was just like, it's Optimus power, and then he got, you know, tiny little space. But like, the genie had a tiny one. Like, you know what I mean? This is how I love Disney characters. But like, he had a tiny one, and it was, I don't know, he just looked odd. Like everything else about him looked boss, and then he saw his face. I was like, why is Will Smith here?
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
It just looked weird. That's what I mean. It looks weird first off, but I think once they show a bit more, I think I'll get used to it, and I'm looking forward to it because I really did like that. That's probably one of my favorite Disney cartoons.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, nice.
Aladdin, because one of them, like the main one, Robin Hood is my favorite one.
Oh, I love Robin Hood. The foxes.
Yeah, no one can touch Robin Hood, man.
The chicken.
Sorry. Hopefully you won't get a copyright strike for that.
Yeah, sorry. But we were singing it, so it's kind of a cappella, so yeah.
But
Robin Hood was good,
Yeah, Robin Hood's my favourite. Yeah. Aladdin is my second, so I am looking forward to it, and I do hope that he can not exactly fill in the space that Robin Williams left, but but kind of bring another
good job.
Spin to it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a bit like apprehensive because obviously it's a musical number. There's some musicals in there if they're gonna do the musical aspect, because you know you can't be sitting there watching Aladdin and not be like, you know, a whole new world. I'm expecting carpets. I'm expecting flying.
I'm expecting, you saw the carpet? You know, the carpet was in the trailer actually.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I expect to see my singing bits.
Yeah.
So we will see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Do you think he's gonna bust a new track or something for this?
Oh my god! As long as he doesn't rap, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like, if you rap, I'm like, no. Yeah. The next podcast is going to be lethal. I'm going to be like, you say this.
You say this.
Yeah, it's just going to be like, this is a very highly sensitive
subject.
Yes, but yeah, Source Wall is tentative about this. Yeah. Yes, we are.
Right.
But yes. Oh well. Okay, what's next?
So the last one, I gather we won't be on talking for long about, because it's about something we haven't asked for, but I thought I'll put it in. It's about Pennyworth, Alfred Pennyworth. So we got a first look picture of Jack Bannon, who's going to be playing a young Alfred Pennyworth. He looks pretty good, to be fair. He does look really smart, and I don't know what they're going to do with it, whether they're going to, you know, kind of talk about his days in the military. There was a I don't think it was an Alfred miniseries, but it was a Batman book, and it did go into a bit of his espionage kind of his days when he was younger and in the service, in Secret Service. And it was pretty good. It was a good read.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll be something like that. But it is done by the executive producer was involved with Gotham as well. So.
Oh God! Oh Lord!
Yeah.
I got a shiver down my back.
Yeah. So it's developed by former Gotham collaborators Bruno Heller and Danny Cannon. So Pennyworth stars Jack Bannon, Ben Aldridge, Jason Flemyang, and Paloma Faith.
Okay.
And it's
Paloma Faith, the singer.
Probably. I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Paloma Faith is a singer. She got red hair. Last time I checked. Okay.
Oh right, yeah.
About the life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay. Unexpected. Yes. Sorry, go on.
So it's expected to premiere this summer, actually, on Epix, which we don't have either, I don't think.
Oh, great. Yeah, great. We are the source. We will find the source of getting this stuff. Don't worry. Don't worry. Defo. Yeah. But yeah, do we want this? So do you want this?
You know me, I'll watch any old shit that's got anything to do with comics or superheroes. I'm on it. So
I think I would. Go on.
I'll watch it and bear the brunt of the
of the insults that Kieran will be flinging at you. For like, why did you do like this?
Yeah, it's people like you.
Yeah, I know. You perpetuate this stuff.
But I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, no. Allegedly. I did Allegedly. There we go. But yeah, no. I would prefer something like, when it comes to Alfred, I would prefer something like, because obviously he's in the mansion all the time and doing whatever. Like, there are times when obviously my man goes out and does what he's doing. Yeah. But then it just be like, I'm sure people come and like attack the mansion every now and again. So it'd be fun to have, you know, like just little stories of that, and then maybe a little flashback, and then maybe he's going to the shop to get milk and a little flashback. Like, just, you know what I mean? His like everyday life and how much he then contributes to, you know what I mean, Batman doing his thing. You know what I mean? Because obviously he's sending cars and doing this, and you know what I mean, he gets an intuition of, oh, maybe I should meet him because Scarecrow sprayed something in his face. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. Like that would be funny. Like, but this, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Mini series.
Mini series. Make sure it doesn't last too long.
Yeah, no. We haven't got time for that. No. That's fine.
And that's all we have time for, actually.
We are finished. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
The Source Wall. Yay.
Thank you, guys. If you, just like us, subscribe, write a comment. We're on iTunes as well, and write a review as well. That helps.
Yeah. Let us know what we can do better. You know. Yeah. Obviously, we know. You know. Yeah. What you want to see? There you go. What you want us to talk about?
What you want to
talk about certain things.
What you want us to read as well and review and you know, all that kind.
Come on now. That we got a lot of good stuff coming. Watch this space.
Yeah.
Watch this space. Okay.
Next week will be an intriguing one, indeed.
It will be. Oh yeah. But thank you again for watching. We appreciate you. And check us out on Instagram, iTunes, SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, all of the socials. We will see you next week, 7:30ish.
Live long and prosper.
The Source Wall.
And as Red Hood says, don't forget your milk.
Forget. Yeah.